That one. Five. That's the game we want. Give me a sec, and I'll get the streaming announcements. So, that. Done. Cool. Alright. That posted. Go here. Good. Alright. Okay, so... Well, that's ominous. I don't like seeing the waiting for opponent spinning thing anymore after seeing the... Not anymore. At all. After the whole Buzz Mat thing. Bad. Anyway, okay. So, this game's an interesting one. Because what we've got is... speedy old rats versus slow dwarves. Dwarves have bought another runner. So that's their new fastest piece. After their movement 8 runner died. I don't remember if it's end of last season or the beginning of this season. It was the beginning of this season. So there's not much speed here. Now, the Dwarves did clean up their last game 4-0, but every single one of those 4 touchdowns was scored by Griff. So, you know, oh, that's brutal. Vicious ref. Oh, okay. So fantastic outcome for the Rats there. So ball's on the sideline. So annoying for the runner to get to. Plus, a dwarf went down. I mean, it doesn't remove the punches. Like, there's still punches will still happen onto these loner line rats, but like, that's a great one to have out. The best would have been the runner. The runner went down there. Anyway. Classically with rats, there's only so many pieces you can, actually protect. You cannot protect 5. So sacrificing a blitzer to block there. Also, diving tackle on this lineman, dwarf lino, means that, well, leap is a good skill. Leap, very long legs, better skill. But yeah, guard everywhere. Now the big problem here, of course, is that this is set up for blocks at the moment. We'll see what happens with this. Okay, so I still think, even in this position, hello, Beefy. Hello. Werecaster did buy a runner, yes. I haven't looked at the inducements. I'll go look at the inducements in a second. But the weakness in... What I'm getting to here is the weakness in Werecaster's plan is that he's based the leap piece with the with the diving tackle. So, like, boing over here and then go. Ball is very collectible. And also, like, yeah, very attackable by all of this. Yes, you're gonna get the blitzer with the diving tackle in. Good spot for it, yeah. But like, that can be got too. Okay, and that's solved the problem. So yeah, I still think this can be dealt with. Not easy. This is really the only real option we have, so good punches here will really help the rats out. Oh yeah, I believe so. Anyways. Yeah, they were even. Look at that. We're after the runner purchase and then the as coming in. I think they were probably bang on 8. No coaches, no cheerleaders. Like no keg. That makes it. Yeah. So, well, the 1D has to happen this way, right? Because you can't hit that on a 1. You can't hit there on a 1. You can hit there on a 1D. You can move this one over here and hit D, but that's not quite what you. There's this in the way, so it's a little tricky. But yeah, getting a block onto this. Certainly a thing that you can try and do. Leaping, obviously, not quite so good. Oh, here we go. Where's blitzing through? This will probably do the job in all. Okay. Ooh, why do we follow there? Unless we're... Never mind, we're taking blocks. Fair enough. Yeah, so there's no tackle here. So, oh yeah, sorry, that was actually just stood up. There wasn't it to be there. Never mind. So yeah, this will dodge off. Get the dodge through here, and you're gonna get sidestep onto the ball. You're gonna get the leap wrestle will just. I was thinking the not follow up there because then the leap wrestle could jump out more easily, but it'll just jump to here. You get the -1, +1. I think so. Maybe there's a 3+. Still better than diving tackle. No real. Ooh, okay. The thrower is coming in for some reason. Oh, okay. So we can get the hit here with something. I guess the main one you want up there is probably the sidestepper. Sidestepper is the most annoying to deal with. Followed by, I mean, there is sure hands here. So the next one would probably be a wrestler, either the leap one or so these two are probably the ones sending up. Hitting with the wrestler here makes also extra arms is good for the pickups and the taking up space. Okay. Oh. On the 3+, what do we do here? We've got to leap out. No, we're just taking the 4+. Rolls a 2. So, the funny thing about that, the funny thing is, unfortunate that this one was stunned, but having that piece go down is actually really nice because it means that you got to move stuff to get over here. So it actually makes these blocks less good. Like, it's a little bit more tricky to take the blocks with the dwarves. So you want to bring this one down to then hit here. You're not actually taking anything backwards to do stuff over here. Yes, you can, like, probably hit maybe with the Blitzer to bring the Troll Slayer over. No, we're hitting with the Troll Slayer. So we'll bring the Blitzer over, which is good. Both down. Oh, faced up. Well, I think for it was good for. I can see why you want to use, like, if you can stop the gutter runner from, you know, getting away, great. The issue there is now this has to, like, hit this. Like, well, you can move this over and get the hit, sure, but there's nothing going back to help deal with this shit. So, you know. Also, I'm not sure how much I love the Wrestle Strip Ball piece being, like, based on the DP. That's kind of not ideal. And yeah, you can red die, but the rats are probably not getting any up here to help. Probably. Takes the push, doesn't want to go down. There. Stays in contact. I mean, the other thing is, even with DT, it is still 75% for this thing to dodge off, so. Right. We haven't blitzed yet, no, so you could technically. Okay. That's still, this is pretty clever. I like that. Did a little push into here, push up there. Cut some stuff off, like, hard for him to get in. Sure, okay, that's clever. Very clever. Also, I do like you stand up this Blitzer though. Stand the Blitzer up, you get the hit in, which is kind of. Oh, just the both down, or the push. You gotta take the both down. Can't take the push. Okay, can't follow it up. Actually might have been the best. Push, follow up. Even if it does open up the side more. Because the best at the moment, with where the guard's position, best we're going to get. Hi, Kindred. I mean, Lennon, if you were on stream with me, then, then he couldn't ignore you. You can join stream if you would like. So there's the hit. I wouldn't follow this. Like, it doesn't help at all. You end up here, but you just get, like, punched into a bunch of other crap. There is going to be, like, the thing here, what I think happens here is you run this one in for the assist. No, actually, sorry. I think you actually, yeah, you run this one in to stand on the corner, because this has sidestep, so it's harder to shift off. Then you make the blitz with the wrestle piece, even though blitzing with the block is technically, yeah, it's better to blitz with the block, but then you leave the 75% chance on the dodge here. Come in via this square. No guard here anymore. Yeah, that's what you do for the one die. Gonna be a pirate tomorrow. Oh, pirate. I mean, we know why pirates talked like they did. Large amounts of rum and scurvy did horrible things to people's vocal cords. So, yeah, you're trying to talk like a pirate. It's vocal damage is kind of part of the parcel of the whole thing. Oh, there we go. Look at that. You get the 1-die hit. There you go. Oh, it's a POW. Oh, it's a very good POW. It only goes one place, so there you go. Do you follow? Oh! What runner? Werecaster bought a runner? This is what happens when you don't buy your death roller. There goes the Apo. I mean, I think you go for it, right? I think I'd go for it. 3+ on tackle, then 2+. Oh, you gotta go for it, right? Yeah, you just like, I'm rats. Rat time. This is what the rats live for. Time to rat. Yeah, rat time. And you go boing boing. Oh no, sorry, you don't go through there. Tackle. Keep ratting. Don't stop ratting. You just keep ratting. You might go. Yeah, I think probably go back through here rather than. I guess that's technically better odds. Yeah. Be rat. Ball on ground. Be rat. Get your rat neurons activate. Ball on ground. Yeah, so the DT, off the DT because you have a better chance, 75%, right? 4+ with the inbuilt reroll. That's why. So if you didn't want to waste your last reroll, it was better going through there. If you went through here and triggered another one, then you'd be 0 You know, it's not. Maybe you might be comfortable burning everything, but yeah, through DT kind of makes sense. Now, unfortunately, we do have. I mean, unfortunately for the rats, there is dwarf with, you know, block tackle, dwarf lineman here to go punch it. Yeah, I think you can rat pretty hard. You know, like, just go too hard. Also, there's no runner here. So, I mean, obviously, at the moment, you say, oh, the danger is, obviously, oh, dwarves go get the ball. This dwarf's not going to get the ball. That dwarf could go get the ball. Got 2 dwarf blitzers, right? They're going to be the carriers at this stage, most likely. Honestly, this is terrible for these dwarves here. These dwarves are all kinds of stuck, and then 2 free rats that are going to come and be a problem. Plus, strip ball rat is now in effect because no runner, no sure hands. Sidestep is just hanging out, and we also got our leap wrestler here to come and cause problems. Yeah. So I still, like, rat's still absolutely in a dominant position here. Like, yes, you get a guard piece to come up, but there's rats free. Rats have the mobility. Oh, sorry, no knockdown then. That's a problem. Might have re-rolled that, to be honest, because this. I guess. What are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. I mean, you're GFIing to get into a prospective cage, but there's also, it's going to be based no matter what. Like, there's nowhere to go with these. There's not, the blitzes are not fast enough. Like, this cage is based on this. and there's that there. That's no go down here, based and thing. Yeah, there's nowhere safe for this ball at the moment. The one, I mean, you can't even do the cheeky like pick up, hand off, and then zip through because there's just no. That's probably about the best you could. Maybe stick this blitzer directly behind, and then you're making the eye cage something. But this is back here, like. Stand this up here, take that hit, we get guard in. Good effort. That's a really good call. But yeah, I think you actually just bring 1 or 5. 6. With a GFI, you can cancel all of this and then blitz in this way and hit. That's pretty. Also potentially bring in the strip baller back. There's a lot of things here. You don't actually have to make the GFI. You can just go dead and then facing with strip ball comes in. Maybe just tuck the loner in the pocket there. Side down this way. Out there, scatters. Got this thing to come pick it up. Didn't expect that, but I guess going with the mighty blow onto one of the few pieces that can handle the ball ain't so bad. There's your reroll. Yeah. Six, 7. Yeah, and then you don't want to be hitting with the strip ball, even if you do get the hit, like, you don't want to hit it over the... What does this... Because it doesn't matter that much. This clan rat can always flop and run. I forgot what whole thing I do something. Yeah, so this piece here, I think now you either go 1, 5. Yeah, I think we're doing that now as well. 6, bang, hit with strip ball, or yeah, or this one. Ow. Now this goes into this pocket here. Scatter. Oh, nearly amazing. Actually, this is so nearly amazing for the dwarves. Almost caught, not quite. This just means, yeah, go 1, 5. Still great. Still very, very rat favoured at this stage. Obviously, yes, diving tackle. But I will say, although if I keep saying rat favoured, the more this wears on, the more this looks, you know, bad for the rats. Because eventually this box will start filling. Eventually, it's going to happen. Kick. And now also, you might notice that the gutter runners are starting to kind of get close to it. I don't think we'll hit this gutter runner though. That's power fishing. And you can do better by just... Huh? Still, my heart favours the rat bullshit. Wasn't cursing. I was simply reading the dice. I think the problem we got here, there'll be, I reckon, I was going to say with this one, yeah, blitz that way. It's the POW. Push, up. Slightly surprised didn't push it this way. I thought we might see that. I thought we might see a push into this one and then knock it down that way. Because then you hit with this one and then like chain it out. But obviously not. If the dwarves can reclaim it this turn, it's going to be quite a challenge for the rats to claim it back. I think the rats were looking really good for a little while there. Just unfortunate that. Oh, there's a reroll. I think that needs to be re-rolled. Yeah. The rerolls are burning pretty fast from both sides now. Right. What do I think is going to happen here? Right, so the way you get the hit in now is you get something standing across. Standing here, and then you believe it probably. You're going to have to deal with this guy. And the best blitz is probably going to be this one's going to be the other one. But it means you have to probably get this. How you actually get that to happen, don't know. Alternative, or go straight for this. Scratch that. We can see here. This could come over to here. There. Enable this to move out. Dodges. Or actually what I'm saying. Just one. I guess you can kind of go do this sort of thing. When that gets knocked down. I mean, the rats need to activate their mobility right now. This, probably this needs to come across as well. Get everything. Don't get in front of. Tough one. Dwarves can't swap back very easily. Tough. The last couple of turns were really rat favored, but unfortunately, the dwarves have managed to kind of slow things back down again. It's just now the shots are increasingly desperate. With the that other gutter runner. this one KO'd, it makes this a whole lot harder. Okay. Hit here. What's the plan with this? Not a bad shot. So this is an interesting position, right? Now, even without doing that, obviously that would have gotten blitzed. But interesting position because kind of had little rat wall here, and got, you know, some dwarves over here, dwarves over here. Go this way. Yeah, they're trying to break down the rat wall in the middle. There's enough time, just enough time, for them to eat here. Yep, so it doesn't bother facing up here against the elite gunner runner. Making space over here for the move. 4, 5, 6. Yep, makes the rush. Okay, so repositions. Where are the rats stuck? Rat here, rat there. Just enough to get in front here. So, this is not complete, yeah? I'm guessing we're going to see a blitz, then shift back over here and protect it. Like we can get, this one can get to here. Oh no, blitz there. That makes sense. Another KO. So, yeah, GFI to there. Regular walk into. We do have the leap wrestle, and there's no guard over here. I don't think you take this shot. Oh, risky with the Troll Slayer. So I think the best option is leaping in, and then with the leap blitz into, right? Because there's no guard. Sorry, scratch that. There is guard. It's right there. I'm saying. You could take this hit. In fairness, you could take this hit. Guard actually doesn't matter at all because you're already doing it on a red die, so same. But you can one die this. Sorry, two. You can two die this hit. That might get you the knockdown you need. And then you may decide to get him. Who get the hit? Alright. Right. So, you follow. Good question. Stays put. I like that. Now, with one assist, it is still just a die. Two double. It's the half die, not triple red die, right? Double reds. It is a 3+ leap, I think. Is the agility penalty by 1, and this gives you. Maybe it's a 3+, maybe it's a 2+. I'm going to find out because I don't know how these things interact. Because the wording on this is to a minimum of... It'll be minimum of -1, which is confusing. But I think that means it has to be at least a 3, and I don't know if very long legs then overrules that it must be at least a 3 for our G2+. We shall find out. Because that is not clearly stated. It used to be clearly stated. They used to say what happened. There was a strip gunner. It is over here. KO'd. But we do have wrestle gunner. Like, wrestle one can... And leaping in is definitely better than dodging past tackle, diving tackle. This was not necessary. This was not necessary. Didn't need to. I think this one should have stayed free. Yeah. So in my mind, I think that this square is the axis. It makes the, if you get the hit, 6. Gets it. That's good enough. Now where's the scatter? Scatter's important. Wrestle. That's really, really freaking tough. Damn. Because I do not think you can make that shot. You can't re-roll it. Oh, wait, you have to choose whether to use diving tackle before you know what the roll is? Okay, a series of events. Let's have a look at the log. Okay, we see where the ball ended up. It was made in hands. It was complete bullshit. Okay, where's the dodge? Dodge. It was a 2+, -4 is a foul. Yep, that gonna happen with the diving tackle. Diving tackle applied. Tackle prevents the reroll, so that makes sense. About to catch it on the line rat. And line rat bounce. Successful catch of the 4+ by the... Sorry, no, just straight up 6. Sorry, never mind. Needed a 6, got a 6 on the magnet hands for the dwarf lineman. There you go. There were no good scares unless it bounced for dwarf? Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. Exactly. I know this is probably necessary for scoring purposes. But these dwarves aren't going very... I mean, you can probably, like, tie up some stuff. I would be blitzing for... Just to get, like, you want stuff, you can make a screen. Yeah, you can make, like, there is a screen here. There's a screen happening. So, I think the dwarves have managed, despite some really, really, like, good opportunities taken by the rats to get hits in, the dwarves have probably secured the score here. If DT comes up to be chosen, that means it's not an auto pass. Yeah, so I understand that, but just also need to point out that in the log, no, you're right. I'm not trying to disagree with you at all. You're correct. That is how I understood it to work as well. What surprised me in that sequence of events is that we didn't see the dice roll first. Like, usually it, like, shows you the dice roll. So that's what surprised me. I think you're right, obviously. That is how it's supposed to work. They don't offer you use of the skill unless it needs to be used to make something happen. Rush. No rerolls. This is kind of spicy, actually. There is still a chance here. There is the 3+. The old 3+ hit here. I think that's your best shot. I just think you go for it. You could also go for the 2-die option with a couple of rushes thrown in. But that's probably a little bit, you know. No, it would get you in a really good position. So you run this down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you'd make the single rush to be in base contact with this piece first. Actually, no, you... Oh, sorry. Scratch that. Forgot diving tackle again. Yes. You just go with... You just do the double GFI with the blitzer here. And if it works, you have a... what may be a 2+, or maybe a 3+ leap out to here and then run around to try and get the ball. Are we just ignoring DT? Just going, it doesn't exist, and hoping that old meme counts? Fuck it, yeah, we are, apparently. It's exactly what we're doing. Five plus dodge. Now, unfortunately here, you're in a really bad spot of... The Dwarves have so much time to score that, honestly, may have pushed him the other way. No, because you're always going to get this based up in court, aren't you? I think in this position, you don't enter... That's good. So it slows the depth a little bit. And now I think you got to leap this thing out and run it down. Got to get it mobile, because if you don't have any threats, and this is all happening for naught unless you get more things free. I really think this leap needs to happen, because this is a mobile piece. And then yeah, maybe Kate Austin do a cheeky 5+ off tackle out here and try and run away. Doesn't sound good. Alternatively, could have attempted a jump over here. Like the jump over here to here or something. No, it's -2 on both. So the 4+. Actually, doesn't sound that bad, does it? Somewhat. That it just means you end up back on DT, and what do you really achieve? DT and tackle, either case. Leap, 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 leap. Come on, do it. Boing! There we go. That's what I wanted to see. You taking the hit now? Or are we doing the... Come on. Going for the move. I'll probably leave the other gutter. Okay. That's bold. That's very bold. I think in the first half I wouldn't be potentially sacrificing my gutter runners like that. Ooh. That's leaving the probably the one-turner. Let's call it the one-turner with the sidestep and sprint. Standing next to the mighty blow tackle piece is a choice. That's pretty good. For the Rats, you're pretty happy with that one. Definitely a a hit that needed to happen. But because of angle actually means it's hard. Even if you get the hit here now, this piece, knock it off. You can't really get anything around to help out. Screen it into the sideline. Don't want to use it. Tackle comes into play, so you can dodge, but sidestep. Probably be sidestepping up here. You want to be away from DT and somewhere you can leave the ball. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But, fortunately, you still got to run next to the tackle piece. Mighty Blow. I mean, the Mighty Blow didn't actually trigger this time, but... Oh, neat. Another KO. So, that's at 5 currently. 2 of those pieces are quite important. One of them is, you know, kind of nice to have. They've probably been as useful as it can be so far, kicking off defense. But yeah, 2 gutter runners out. KOs. No kegs. Now, 2 chances to come back if Wolves do score here. So it's likely they can. But opponent's popped up again. There is a good chance that Mewash is having some, or Werecaster for that matter, having a bad time. What lag, server lag issue. There's a good chance. Right now we're just forming cube. Form the cube. Alright. Well, Jaws weren't up by 5 players. Sorry, 4 players. Very different. Would be a very different story. Could bring in this gutter runner, go for the knockdown here, get the assist in. That would do nothing for this next hit, so why? Doesn't actually help with it. This bit. Got 2 against you anyway. Could plug this hole here. Try and use that to, I don't know, something. Have any good options though at this point. Yeah, I think right at the start of the half, Mewash had a pretty good shot. When Werecaster went based up really, really heavily, tied up all his dwarves, Mewash had a good shot at getting back there and causing havoc. And to be fair, he did do that. He did get back there, did cause a lot of havoc. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to actually, like, you know, get the ball and be enough. What have we done here? That's... You're still only +1. We can get +2 with the gutter runner. That makes it even. Which ain't... No, hang on, what am I saying? We actually, so this is a 1 die. Yes, but this is a 1 die too, and there's wrestle. So yeah, this is the better shot. Probably just need to push it back. Isn't great because you don't have any ways of gating. Yeah, now it's just a red die. But you push it sideways. If you push it sideways, the main thing about pushing it sideways is you actually remove another blocking piece, like another guard piece equation. So it's a little bit more difficult for the dwarves to get forwards again. Whereas here they've already got something based up to punch the forward line. But honestly, at this point, I'm really just splitting hairs on potential goods and bads. Hey, Newt. How is you? Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit of a rough spot. The rats had a good shot early. Good, like they and made a really good attempt. Made a really good attempt of it, but unfortunately, the dwarves just hung in there. Great initial shot on the runner to get the badly hurt, and another KO. That takes us to 6. So it's time for Werecaster to score. Werecaster is out of range, actually. No, you know what? I take back everything I said this last turn about pushing it sideways. That's better. It's out of range. There is one thing in range. The one thing in range is another dwarf lineman with 2 things on it. Sorry, no, I take back everything I said. Mewash has done an excellent job at measuring those distances perfectly. Damn it. Well done. Huh? There are only 5 rats. There's 6 over here. 6 on the sideline. Six KOs. There's 5 rats on the pitch. No. Well, there were until just now. No, this is spectacular. And even handing it backwards doesn't help. I do not think there is, and you can't get this forwards in any way. There's no way to push this forwards because everything. So the only hope. Let me think this through. Right. You would need to hit this. Get a knockdown. Hopefully a removal, but a knockdown at the very least. Knock it down, push it to here. You would then... Never mind. Damn it. No, that doesn't work. You would then need to fill these 2 squares. Both of these squares. Blitz from this corner, perhaps. Get a knockdown on this one. Push it into this one, push it off, and then do the handoff, and then run it in. That's my best way of getting a score there. Moving this one in there. Yeah, we give it up. Nope. Forward dwarf. Nope. Nothing. May have been going here for the blitz through, and then dodge off. Nah, I think the only way you could do it there is you get to 2 dwarves forward to sit here behind these 2. Do the blitz, chain push off. That's the best option you've got. Hand off and then run forwards. Really. Oh yeah. Cool. Over here. Oh, I see. Yeah, so you stand here. Yeah, and then you fill that square and then you blitz this way. Pushing that down. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Well, in fairness, don't push the rat to there. Why was this rat pushed to here? Anyways, good effort. Good effort. Now, You know what you can do here? What? Oh, I was so hopeful for a second. I was like, whoa, it's time for a surf. It wasn't to be. Unfortunately. I was looking at, you go over here, you do a little leap, and then you run in the back, get onto here to the surf that way. When that surf happens, well, actually it's not great because then you're red dyeing it. No hits taken? Oh, that's not good. Those are 2 line rats that came back. Those are not the 2 we needed. The rats needed more than that. The rats could get a surf, yes. There was a chance. It wasn't a good chance, but there was a chance. And then we got a kick rat and a regular rat back. The 2 gutter runners are still down. That was not a good that was not a good trade-off. Oh boy. Now, the rats do have, being rats and these being dwarves, there's a big problem for Werecaster here. These dwarves, he set up his fast dwarves in the middle, and I understand why you want to do that. But look how far forward they are, and they're not that fast. If I were Mewash, yeah, with this setup, this rat goes right here. You send your quarterback back here. Yep. You just throw that ball and he goes. You blitz this. Stand something on this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Right, get back to here. At best. At best. This thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Needs to be 1 more forward. 1 more forwards on the LOS. And this thing, and on the other side, you put this thing here. You can stand in that square. That specific square. Where's my... This rat stands in this square. Goes, stands specifically there. This can't get there. This can't get there. They are screened off by the limits of their mobility. So we have Happy Rat is just been like, haha, you can't get me. Unfortunately, with this setup in this position, the rat can only get at best to the 20 line. At the 20 line, this and this can both. And actually, this probably is this as well. These can all reach. All of this can get there. So that's all of these reach the 20. And the dwarves rolled a blitz. Let's see if Werecaster can handle the pressure or not. Hang on. Discussion. Yeah, all elves move. Elf linemen move 6, except wood elf linemen. I think wood elf linemen move 7. Rats are all line rats are 7. all line rats, throwers, and blitzers are all 7. Gutter runners are 9. Yeah, they're fast. Not necessarily high agility, but they are fast. So I know what I know. You can see what's happening here, right? This is obvious. There's a problem. This is actually slightly easier to break. Right? Let's go back to this. A blitz here. Right? 1, 2. Blitz here. Push that way. So I'm saying, if it's a knockdown, great. If it's not, oh whatever. That's not. But 1, 2. Then we go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say 8. For argument's sake, they estimate the GFI. Goes to here. 3, 5, 6, 7. 2 plus pass to here. Gutter runner then goes up this way. And then, like, you can screen it a little bit too easily. Oh, hang on, no, because you can't. That's a 1 die. Okay, that's good. Anyway, my point is that very aggressive by Werecaster, obviously, taking advantage of this, not leaving anything back here is a little rough. Yeah, Newt, this is important. 1, 4. Interesting position. Makes the GFI. Didn't need to if he was standing here. 1 again. Fails the pass. Snakes the... Oh. Yeah, the rats have not ratted today. They've tried to. They've tried really hard to rat. The dwarfs have dwarved. And boy oh boy. Have those, boy oh boy, they're dwarfing hard. Yeah. Yeah. Valid. Valid. Yeah. This is one of those ones where you can see the path of play, and it's not a bad one. It's reasonably likely. It's the push. Magnet hands. No, but a fairly bad scatter, all things considered. 1. Oh, I wouldn't have hit that way. Would not have hit that way. Bring this one over to here. Yeah. Yeah. No, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. You do not scatter this ball again. You definitely don't scatter this ball. And not with the gutter runner right there. But, no, with the KO wake-ups were really unfortunate. Could have been a different situation. Even if you just got more of them, even if the gutter runner stayed out, getting some more would be a big deal. That's a surprising one. Like, you're just asking for that. Armbar is... Armbar's terrible. Armbar is a skill that is one of those types of skills I would want to see added to a team like as a unique special skill because it's funny. Like giving, I don't know, the Black Orcs goblins armbar as a special skill or something, or I don't know, giving just a team that it's such a small difference. It's such a minor thing. It's just not worth it. I agree. If you made all of the dwarf linemen old world alliance dwarf linemen instead. Well, no, we're talking. Someone, I can't remember which stream we're talking. It was many months ago. We're talking about this, but the concept being you split dwarf linemen into two different things. You give one half longbeards and one half linemen. The longbeards keep their block tackle. The regular linemen get armbar brawler, like the old world alliance ones. Yeah, it's great. Well, I don't think it would be interesting, I think that would be a pain in the ass. But you know what I mean, right? Like, you know how Zons have hit and run. That's fun and interesting. A team that had arm bars, like, hey, it's hard to dodge away from these things. And it could be something like if Black Orc goblins didn't have thick skull, I'd say giving them all arm bar would be very thematic and interesting. Or you could do it with something else, I guess. But, yes. See, shadowing. This is the old joke that you Blood Bowl 2 about shadowing diving tackle. There's a sort of synergy with it, but it's also sort of an anti-synergy. Doesn't really work so well. Axe. Of course that was going to happen. So yeah, DT is fair because it knocks your guy down. I always said I think they should bring back old diving catch. I think old diving catch, like when I say old diving catch, I mean old diving catch. Dude, that's the thing, right? Would armbar work with DT? Because your player's not technically standing, it's prone. So, when does it apply? Does it apply, like, because you're prone? Anyway, I'm sure that there needs to be, like, I'm sure there's an explanation for how it works in that regard. But, like, yeah, there are potential issues. Sure. Magnet hands, but not really magnet hands. It was a 4+ because this blitz happened. It blitzed happened this way, and the ball like literally just went bonk and 4+. Oh, not even that long ago. Yeah, it was a 4+. If you have unmarked players and there's a scatter and it's like, hey, look, there's two of them, like it's gonna happen. Can't like I said, I don't think like the rats have kind of just failed to rat here. That's it. I don't think Mewash has played this poorly. I think he's applied a ton of pressure. I think Werecaster has played extremely aggressively and has done that in a way that, like, yes, you leave gaps open for rats to exploit, but you gotta roll dice to do it. And so it's kind of like the old Sebstar thing about giving your opponent bad opportunities. And so when they take those bad opportunities, there's a decent likelihood that they get harmed by that bad opportunity. So, and that's what Werecaster's done a lot. And I don't know if the rats have necessarily been directly harmed by trying to take advantage of those, but, rolling a blitz against the rats when they had a really good path through, that's definitely a problem, right? Like, that's bad. That's really, really rough. And in fairness, if Mewash had set up like I thought he should have, with this run on the line, ready to run around everything, Well, you rolled a blitz, he would have got, punched. So, who's really wrong here? The Rats have just not been able to capitalize on the opportunity they needed to. And there's been a fair few of those opportunities, and I don't think it's the fault of Mewash for not having done that. If that makes sense. Yes, I think it does. It's just, that's how the dice be some. Yep, just how the dice be sometimes. But that being said, it's turn 10. This ball is exposed. It's currently based. I imagine DT is going to come down here and make this a problem. But they're not going to be able to make it enough of a problem. There is always going to be a shot on this ball next time. Not even re-rolling that. Like, this is now going to come down here and make this a problem. There is the shot. Never mind. This is a much... Well... Yeah, okay. Cage time. Yeah. Okay. Good re-roll. Yeah, no, Werecaster. The other thing is, Werecaster. Full cage. Diving tackle on this corner, closest to this. Yes, there's a leap in. But what does that do for you, right? For the record, I think it has to be taken. Has to. Head injury. That's a armor bust on a regular clan rat. That's fine. It just gets fired. Michael Dawson, nice knowing you. Oh, don't worry, they're over here. This doesn't quite count as the pitch. It's pitch adjacent. No, the rats have had a bad time, Indran. Yeah, that's the first actual damage, like permanent damage that's been done to the team, and it's on a blind rat, an unskilled blind rat. That bad. In this position, though, right here, I think this one in front, the red die sack that way. Oh, a little bit going back the other way. And then, is it good? No. But ball on the ground? Yes, here we go. I do like this. I will say though, you didn't need to base, but oh no, why? I think you needed that for the recovery. So what I was going to say there is you don't need to base both of them on the front, because really you only need to nullify one assist. Unless the plan is to go from the side here. Because, yeah, nullifying one assist, you're still getting the red. 3+ leap. You could re-roll it, but I don't know about that. Didn't fail. But you're here now. What's the plan? We all in or we not? Thinking. We going for it. Oh, so close. Oh. You know what this. Oh, fuck off. No way. Oh, not the leap rat. No, not the leap rat. Hey, an MNG. That's fine. I was going to say, that's the moment. That specific moment is when you would love to have had Pro. being able to go for a red die and then specifically re-roll one of the outcomes is very nice. So, yeah, pro on that would have been awesome. But there's a couple skills left to go. That's what happens to Yellow Brick Road. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, sorry, no, this is the Skaven offensive half. So, what's most likely to happen now is the dwarves are going to stall this out, and score on turn 16, and nothing happened this game. That's how that's gonna go. Probably. Werecaster may dislike stalling. Listen, on the balance of numbers, the likelihood here is that not enough comes back. Well, the problem is all you need on the Skaven is for this thing, Kate Austin, to come back, and all of a sudden you have, like, you're probably getting one turned on, like, reliably. Not great, you know? There are anti-one turn setups for sure, but that's what's probably happening. Yeah, the stall guarantees you the win. If you score early, there's a good chance that yeah. Just kind of get forced into it. Oh, that sticks. That's a dead guard dwarf because the Apo has already been used to save the runner. I'm badly hurt. Yes, there's a death. Classic. The classic. The dice have been against me all game, and so Nuffle rewards me by letting me kill one of your players. Interesting. 6 in there as well. Like, not giving up yet. I don't agree with this. I think in this situation, this is not the way to go, personally. Because I think you swing, like, a couple of dwarves around, get a 3-die, get like 2 3-die hits with Troll Slayer. I don't know. Vamps will be interesting. Vamps certainly will be interesting. I'm excited for Tomb Guard / Khemri. Whatever they decide to, you know, call them this time. I always knew them as Khemri. Khemri is the one I'm keen for, because I do like my bash control team, and I did enjoy Khemri in Blood Bowl 2, but the team was just unfortunately uncompetitive in the meta that existed in that game. Shame. You've got like more hits you could take on that thing. There, goes to there, goes to 3 more hits you could take on that thing. I guess, yeah, that's fine. Fine, be that way. Making extra sure now. Yeah, this is a stall. Absolutely. Stall. Well, now I just wish Mewash all the power in the world. It's time for the blitzers to just go to town and just kill a bunch of dwarves. Oh, no, the Khemri are actually even better suited to stomping than the undead. Yep, 4 big guys. Did they remove decay? Or do the tomb guards still have decay? Because that was always okay. Yeah, good. Because that was it was such a dumb thing to have on that team. Decay was horrible. Wait, they do still wait. So they do that. I should rephrase this clearly. They have regen. No, they have regen. The, they do still have decay. Yeah, so they have decay. So, and if it still works the same way it used to, it means that when you roll an injury roll, like a stat bust, you roll it twice. But then you also have regen. So I think in regen, I don't think you regen one at a time of the busts, but you like re-roll like the instance of it having happened. Yeah, except all injuries on a success. Yeah. No, failed the rush. Yeah, so it was pretty good. Like, oh no, say pretty good. Regen was still good, but the problem is you have. It was especially bad in Blood Bowl 2 because you couldn't save SPP to like force a secondary skill. You had to roll doubles on the level up. So getting block on them was really, really tough, and then you ran into the Claw Pom gauntlet of just every large bash team and got destroyed because, yeah, they knew that you just target the four valuable pieces on the team and then you lost. Yeah, Decay. Listen, it won't be as bad this time around, even if they leave Decay as it was. Just because just because you can force block on your players. Well, I think at this point, honestly, you click end turn. You click end turn until the game, because I don't think there's anything else that the rats can, in all. And if Werecaster wanted to score to try and get more points, it would have been that turn to score on. Yeah. Well, maybe we're gonna need to start fouling. Perhaps Mewash could help by having this this thrower trip over himself as he tries to run away. I think listen, I'm very keen on team vampires. Vampires is a team I never played in Blood Bowl 2 just because it's a bit too dicey. Like, just too much going on, and there were a couple of really good vampire coaches that I just felt inadequate trying to play next to. So, you know, those being Yasmir and Noctifer. And Pickles for a time. Pickles did play the old Vamps. I don't know how. It seems so difficult. I want Kislev to come back. I want my Kislev back. That would be. Um, and because they're probably going to be like the last team that would ever potentially get released, it would mean that they'd have the most power creep. Oh, oh. Yeah. I agree, Newt. I also would like my team to buff and exist. A buff and exist. Those are two. Those are two. Oh well. What can you do? I know. I mean, they're buffing my other team, which is Nobles, which I did ask for a lot. I am kind of happy about that. But they're not buffing them so much as they are just making a new version of them, which is the old version of them. They're doing the new Coke thing to us. They had Bretts. They're like, oh, no more Bretts. Try new Bretts. And then everyone went, oh, new Bretts are yucky. We're bringing back old Bretts. Everyone's happy again. Yay. If I was still playing Imperial Nobles, I'd absolutely make a new Coke-themed Imperial Noble. What are we thinking about, Mewash? What are we thinking about? Doing some hardcore maths here, I think. I can confirm that in this position, if you just end turn and don't stand up, that is totally okay. But, on the other hand, I fucking love this, and I'm so glad. Hell yeah. All about it. He ain't here. He ain't heard no bell. Still going. 6+ dodge. These are 6+ dodges. Nope, we're gonna tank more hits. We're hoping for those dub skulls. The dwarfs will roll dub skulls at some point. Oh, that's a niggling injury. That's a serious injury. That's a... Yep. That's gonna stick. Oh, yeah. Oh, you play Total War Warhammer as well, huh? Yep. The rats have got that real, extreme utilitarian thing going on. It's just like, what's the best thing that can happen? Lots of death? Sweet, all about it. It is, I think it is like, the rats are one of those, like, the few factions that don't, like, you don't get a morale debuff when you shoot into your own, and, like, shoot and kill your own, forces when you're fighting, right? The Rattling Gunners just, like, start cutting down all your clan rats. It's like, oops, well, that happens anyway. Don't worry about it. They are great. Oh, no. I gave it a fantastic in Total War, no question. They're great fun to play as. Yeah, the rats hate each other. That's kind of what they do. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, there's a whole thing that their faction does about us being like, oops. Not really, though. Well, we're down to 2 players. I don't think... I mean, listen, it could still happen. But unless a foul happens this turn... Okay, so... There was a very, very funny bug in the beta. I will mention it right now. Very funny bug in the beta. Depending on how many actions occurred on the turn that you scored, you would get a different number of touchdowns. Obviously, that's not the case anymore. But in the beta, if you had done a hit, right, chain pushed your opponent into the end zone, I'm pretty sure you got 3. You scored 3 instead of scoring 1, or your opponent would score 3 instead of 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was how it worked. Now, if you change it, no, maybe that was a 2. But if you chain pushed your own player in, 3. Anyway, you got many more than 1. Trunk the Shiny found that bug. It was a very fun one. Good old clips floating around somewhere of that happening. I can find them. I can't find it on my channel, but somewhere around there is like a multiple score bug, which was very fun. So I thought that might have been one of the a nice little joke that Werecaster was going. I also thought we might see a foul going for the pitch clear, but in all honesty, unnecessary. So, oh well. And then this. Actually, look at that. Going for the blitz there to push it in. I'm pretty sure that does just send it straight to your opponent's turn though, so you don't get steam. Okay, the Dwarfs take it. Oh, look at those KO rerolls. That's one of the gutter runners comes back. Just to say that, hey, look, those KO rolls weren't so bad after all. You got 3 players back right at the very end. The game is done. There we go. So yes, unfortunate for the Rats. They had a number of chances, but could not hold it together. Alright. I forgot which one we were watching. Damn it. Okay. It's fresh. No, it's not. Premiere. Might as well start from the top. Wait, that's... Well, the bottom is it, might be. Which one? No. D. No. Sorry. Just a moment while I figure out where the hell our competition's actually at. D. Yeah. Okay, Brexus gets the 4, and... Oh, the Running gets the MVP as well. Damn, okay. That's a stack of SPP. In its first game, gets 9, so straight to block. Of course, it's a gift. Doug, though, unfortunate, gets 2, gets killed. What a shame. So, yeah. Rip to that one. Other hand, Jara gets 2, no levels here. No level. Random maybe. Brexus, but probably not. I mean, you got to try everything. This game. I played Kislev for so long. Then I played Rats, and I did quite well, but I didn't like them that much. Yeah. So... And then I eventually got onto Imperial Nobles, and they were okay. And now I'm playing Black Orcs, and I'm like, hey, these are kind of fun. I like Black Orcs. Good time with them. That's actually a lot of armor breaks for the rats there onto the dwarves. That's actually very high. Good dodges. Good leaping. Pickups weren't good, but there was lots of tackle zones involved. Rushes were anything. That's blocks. How many blocks were thrown? Block action. Yeah, that looks about right. 65 blocks for 5 blocks. 17. They did punch a lot, but not many actual breaks. But hey, Skeletal Stevo, how are you? Thank you, Shrappy, for Blood Bowl was this last game was pretty interesting. The rats were, I wouldn't say exactly hard done by, but they definitely had their fail states recognized rather a lot. Some really, like, so the dwarves played in a very aggressive fashion, lots of basing, left a lot of the backfield open. The rats did at times manage to take a little bit of advantage of that, but not enough. Didn't quite manage to convert any of the opportunities they had into touchdowns. And so it was a really, really slow 0-1. Like, basically went to the second half with very few rats left. Because Mewash played an extremely aggressive game in turn. And so eventually the Dwarves just took the ball back off the rats offensive half. 16. Oh, you're new. Oh, well, yeah. Dwarves are a bully team. That's very much what they do. They bully. And the rats are a team that take advantage of random bullshit wherever they can. Unfortunately, not quite well enough this game for it. Yeah, Newt was also a big bully. Hey, Werecaster, well done. Hey, Mewash. Good effort. I was saying, like, I think Werecaster, you played, like, incredibly aggressively and left a few opportunities open, but, you know, the strat paid off. So, well done. Hell of a grind. And then, yeah, the rats just couldn't get it done. Opportunities just couldn't quite get through it. It was close in that first half. That first opportunity there when the got through to the ball carrier, got the badly hurt onto the runner, was really good. Like that nearly came off, but it didn't. So yeah, ground it down. The blitz was pretty brutal, and then just not getting any KOs back. Actually, I should look. Where are those KO rolls? Where are they? Like, it says 42%, but 3 of those successes were after the end of the game. So it was 2 of 9, really, that came back, and that's quite bad. If you had more of the gutter runners come back, I would have liked it more, but also that blitz at the beginning of the second half just sealed the deal. When that happens to you, when you're down that many players, there's not much you can really need. You need to keep that initiative, and yeah, losing it to a blitz is rough. Very rough. So yeah, that was a good game of Blood Bowl. What's happening? I don't know. Games aren't. My game's not till Sunday. I'm sure there will be other games soon, but it's in the next couple of days, but not right now. So I'm probably gonna send people. Should be somebody. Hmm. Let's see. Battle Balam is playing Farming Simulator. We're just gonna go. Page has just started. Okay, so hi to Page. Just a Page. Playing some sort of Warhammer card game, a 40k card game. Not Magic, but it looks similar. Alright, I'll see you all later. Thanks for popping in. And yes, thanks for the... I have to remember, is it Rappy? One of the people? Thanks for dropping by. I know you know Werecaster. Anyways, see you all again soon. More Blood Bowl will be coming.
Thank you for the raid. I saw you were rocking the Blood Bowl category earlier. Hope your stream went good. We're gonna switch to Blood Bowl when I get my dailies done here. I've been enjoying warming up with Warforge. I can't really do 8 hours of Blood Bowl. So I like to warm up with a bit of Warforge and then do some Blood Bowl. We will be in the Blood Bowl world ourselves soon. You Eldar, I have a quest. It's like the faction I have the least cards for. If I shirken, no, never mind. I thought I had the other card. We're gonna end up having to do that, I think, and trade these. He's at 2 anyway. So that attack is probably happening. I definitely want to play him. We could play... Yeah, that seems pretty good.
The winds will howl with the Craft World's vengeance.
Get rid of his secret.